The
Yeah.
Chip Kelly thing with Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
You've been calling me about this for days. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, dude, I've seen this circulating on Twitter. The last 2 times I spoke to you on Monday night after the game, and then I spoke to you this morning or this morning, and we've been talking about this. I've just seen this on Twitter. Everybody's been like, "Oh, the Niners could have had Dak Prescott if Trent Baalke said no, and if Trent Baalke said yes to Chip Kelly." And I'm not going to sit here and defend Trent Baalke, but drafting Dak Prescott at the time, let's not be 2020 hindsight, made no sense. The guy had a DUI 1 month before the draft. The Niners had just had the issue with Aldon Smith. They just had the issue with Bruce Miller. They just had the issue with Ray McDonald. And those were alcohol-related incidents.
It was also the time that Ahmad Brooks punched Lamar Divins in the face because Lamar Divins was trying to take his keys because he was drunk. Yeah. That was my favorite. That was the best story. Let's not forget the time that Ahmad Brooks punched out Lamar Divins.
That's when I totally forgot. But yeah, so they had a problem drafting Dak Prescott to this team. As good a person as Dak Prescott is and all of those things, it would have been just an awful optics thing. Like Grant Cohn would have destroyed Jed York on the spot if he had picked Dak Prescott. And if I remember, the other person in my
I don't think I would have. I'm not the big moralizer in the Bay, but Ann Killian would have. A lot of people at the Chronicle would have. I'm more like I lose my mind when they draft 27-year-old punters or guys with ACLs. Like I can't stand that. But Dak, I mean, yeah, I guess probably it would have been too easy.
Right.
I don't know if you remember 2016, but the Niners were like notorious for that.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like the thing with the thing that John Lynch and Kyle have done is they've totally cleaned that part of the team up. It was so bad at the time. And the other thing for me is that with Dak Prescott is that the only other player I remember that had a DUI that close to the draft was Justin Blackmon. And there's differences to what happened with their DUI. You explained to me a little bit in the morning and stuff. But the point is,
I remember, I could be wrong, but the way I remember Dak Prescott's DUI was he was asleep in his car when he got pulled over. And I interpret that as him being like, trying to,
be safe,
not drive drunk, but it technically is a DUI if you're sitting in the car seat, in the driver's seat. So, I mean, I think it's if you know what he was trying to do, you understand why it didn't end up being like a further problem for him. But Justin Blackmon is an alcoholic, allegedly.
Right. He had a giant problem, but I was just talking DUI to DUI. So there's no way they could have drafted Dak Prescott. There's a lot of ways to criticize Trent Baalke, but rehashing this conversation is a waste of time.